Morning. This is November the 4th, and we're still harvesting corn. So first thing this morning, I am taking an empty truck down to where we stopped last night. We're going to empty the grain cart. It is 8:30 this morning. We're going to get started early. One thing about the time change, there's the dew's off an hour sooner, so we can get started an hour or two sooner. But there was also no frost last night, so that kind of helps that dilemma. Last few mornings it's been a little frosty. So to recap a little bit from yesterday, we have 20 acres left over here, and then we're moving. We're not moving far, about a mile. We have a 60 acre field, a 10 acre field, and then this field used to be 44 acres, but we added some to it. I can't remember if it's 50 or 55 acres now. Either way, we've got that one also. So that's all the corn we have left. I hear the ratty-tat-tat of an impact. Like they were adjusting some stuff on the corn head. They're probably raising that auger. I know we've been talking about that, but we've just been go, go, go. Maybe it'll rain, we'll do it then. Hasn't rained at all. For the month of October, we had 0.6 inches of rain. So it's still very dry. Anybody else just have a random grove of trees? I'm honestly shocked Dad hasn't made those ones disappear as much as he likes knocking trees over. I always thought it'd be a good place for a house, but there's so many houses around it now, I don't know. Are you raising the auger? Are they, how does it raise? How does it raise?
Very careful.
Thanks.
All right.
Say, it doesn't look like much difference down there.
No. I don't know if the ears get under it. Stop it.
So that, see the adjustment screw right
Yeah.
there? It's centered on 3. That one down there went down to like 4.5, 5. Is that slotted or something?
Just raises up.
Yeah. Ah. Looks like you bent the flighting.
Yeah. Still tight.
Yeah, might be that. Might be. You want to dug it?
We're in a. There's no place for me to put an impact.
So what we raising, an inch?
I don't know. Half inch.
Think that'll do anything?
Find out. Ears must be get under it, evidently.
Well, I'd certainly think you'd have enough begonias to not have that plug it. One thing we keep having happen, a little piece of corn will get in between this thing and make the end rollers not turn. That's kind of shocking to me. The old Capella would wrap up with cucumber vines so tight you had to cut it off with a sawzall and it'd keep going. Combine is off. We still had a truck from last night. Jim took it in. BJ's gonna load me and then I'm gonna skedaddle as well. A little bit wetter in this field. Now one of the fields we have left, we may have to actually drive, which would be fantastic. It means we're not losing as much in the field. Ideally you harvest corn at 20%, but this year the corn just dried down so fast because of conditions that there wasn't any way around it. Hard work, I tell you. I don't know what's going on, but that leg doesn't have anything dumping into it. Grain is coming back over the top, so I would assume that number 3 bin is messed up again. No idea why. We've never had this issue till this year. I'm sorry if I sound a little heated, I am. No idea what's going on, but I'm gonna climb this bin, make sure we didn't just overfill it. We should still be able to put 6 or 7 loads in it easily. The leg's not clearing out either, so that's good. That's real good. Man, I'm a little flustered. It's like these grain bins know we're about to be done. Happens every year. Oh, good, we're full. Super full. About as full as we can get. So that explains it. I don't know why that happened. Something got wrote down wrong because this bin on paper still held a lot more. That's a pisser. About to make a big mess, I bet. You're just in time. About to be bad. So status update. That bin is completely full, obviously. Bin number 2 here is completely full. Our wet bin has 4 or 5 rings in it. That's, I don't know, maybe 10,000 bushel. This bin could probably hold a half load if I absolutely had to. I need to climb up there and see what'll fit in 4. We are very, very quickly running out of space. Very quickly. Did not realize we were this tight on space. Like I said, on paper, number 3 bin should have held 5-6 more loads. Moment of truth. Let's see if the leg will turn on. Nope. Top motor's fun, but the belts didn't move. So that's what I was afraid of. We're gonna pull the leg boots now, make a gigantic mess of corn. No, I couldn't get the consigner to move because the bin's so full, so I had to shut everything off. Now it's got too much in there. I think once I open this door up, kick the leg on and see what happens.
Gonna bump it?
Yeah, just gonna let her go.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, you're running. Going slow. No. Yeah, it's stalling now. Just bump it. Bump it again.
Hey, Jeff, pull that sheet out of there so that cord can fly out. The leg turns, put the boots back on and see what happens. Let the good people see you run a shovel. Look at that goon spoon operator there.
Yeah, the wind's blowing the wrong way.
Yeah. Be a whole lot cooler if you would. So now that everything is fired up and moving, I'm going to go over to bin number 3. It's completely full. We will have to pull some loads out of that at some point. It's not going to happen at the moment, but you don't want to leave corn on the roof of a bin. It's bad news. but when we core bins, we'll do that. That'll be sometime next week or the week after, I don't know. Anywho, I need to at least run enough out to get corn out of that pipe, because it is apparently full. Not good. This thing's was left wide open. Man, we really did not think on that one. So we've transferred that. Should have enough out of there for that leg pipe to empty out. Really don't like leaving that in there, so that plugs up. But now we need to see how much we can cram into this big bin. It has not been topped off. I know it'll hold some, but I need an idea of how much is some. And then, because we're down to it in the wet bin basically. This morning I figured we probably had between 25 and 26,000 bushels. Unfortunately, this corn's not yielding all the greatest, so probably closer to 25. So that's going to put us pretty tight. We're going to be right at the edge of being full, which means a lot of trips up these ladders or stairs. So a few days ago, I did transfer corn out of this bin into number 3. And I think that, coupled with low test weight, is why this bin filled up sooner than I thought it would. So we can definitely hold 2, possibly 3 loads. We're gonna put 2 in and then check it. Buy my Christmas present.
No, but it said the shoes were delivered today, and I didn't even see the delivery.
He just dropped them off. Like when I come down to Bennessee. Tell them what we're doing.
I'm just along for the ride.
We're delivering lunch.
We're delivering lunch.
So they're just getting started on this field. This is 60 acres. This is our biggest cornfield remaining. And there's a 10-acre piece behind the woods there. Sounds like it's good corn, which doesn't bode well for fitting all the corn in the bins, but it's a good problem to have. Okay, we have 10, maybe 11,000 bushels of grain that'll fit in that bin, then we're full. We're gonna go to bin 1. I have not climbed bin 4. We might be able to hold another load there, but we'll worry about that when we get to that point. At some point today, we'll be climbing more anyways. According to Dad, this Sea Consultants number we just got in, Sea Consultants is a seed corn company, and by number I mean variety, 1170, apparently pretty good. So, like 260. I'm sure that's just gonna be in places. There's no way that field makes that. But either way, if it's 260 in many places, we ain't even gonna hold that field, let alone that last 50 acres. So here where we're loading at, we're just pulling into the field. In years past, we've always gotten trucks stuck here almost every time, almost never fails. But this year, not the case. Won't be a problem. Another one bites the dust. Should be down to less than 100 acres by now. There comes Bubby. Man, I pulled out in the field so he didn't have to turn around loaded. But he'd have to load tarp side. Luckily those fence are tall, so it doesn't matter. Apparently that does not work for him. Well, that's not what you want to pull up on. what we got going on here, Mason.
Hello.
Unload bolt.
Yeah, Ford freaking time.
This year or today?
This year.
Oh. So this unloader has a shear bolt in it. All combines have this, and if basically to protect the gearbox, that way if something's going on, it just shears that bolt. I don't know if I don't know what caused it, but it happens. Hey Mason, grab that Coke can right there Pappy just threw out. Back in business. We'll say we are making acres disappear, but we are quickly running out of room at the grain bins. Like, I think we have enough room for 4, maybe 5 trucks max. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. In this field, we probably have 3 more loads to dump. Then we've still got that 50, 55 acres. I really can't remember how many acres it is. Pretty sure it's 50. That's going to be 7 to 9 trucks, depending on yield. That we might be able to dump 2 of those. So what we're going to do? I don't know yet. We're either going to take it to town, or put it in one of the little bins at the old facility that we were going to leave empty because they're falling apart. But we'll address that in a little bit. Have to have a powwow on that in the morning. Personally, I'd rather just take them to town. Corn's up a little bit right now. Load it, ship it, and be done with it. It's kind of my thought, but I'm just the one that has to clean up the grain bin. Anyways, I think this field's running 180, which for down here, it's not terrible, not too hateful, especially for the conditions. This end of the field, a little bit lower elevation, closer to the creek. There's a creek, whatever you want to call it right there. It's really good. Now, there's a ridge up there in the field, a little bit worse up there, I believe. But if it averages 180, that won't be bad. So even this corn here, where it's pretty good, tip back. That means the corn cob did not fill all the way out. That's probably from the extreme heat we had during pollination. Just didn't quite get it all. But this ear is big around, like really nice looking corn, just didn't quite fill all the way out. See if we can make these in the header when he comes by. I think he's getting most of the down stuff, but probably still more lost than we'd like. There's one right in front of us. He got ran over, so not much chance of picking him up. He is moving pretty fast, folks. You better take a good look real quick. Missed. Didn't get that one. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Thought he sheared the bolt again. Well, he just plugged the auger again. I guess raising the auger did not fix all the problems. Great. Sounds like raising the auger wasn't the solution.
I don't know, it's the first time today.
Racing stripes. Oh, about to get ran over. Got this truck dumping, but I just noticed that our yellow flap came on. I don't know when it came on. In case it came on when Jim first started, that would mean the bin's almost empty. I'm gonna climb up there. One of the benefits of the little remotes, I can shut the flow to that hopper bottom off while I'm up there if it's too full, or if it's getting too full. Oh yeah, we can fit this truck no problem. We'll hang out up here, get this hopper in, see where we're at. The remote is super cool, but it will not move the truck for me, so I gotta go back down. We'll be right back up here though. Well, we're full, but good news, the truck's empty. We got her. But we didn't have much room to spare. All right, so now we're gonna take that truck off the dump. When Jim gets here, I'm gonna climb to the top of that big bin. I'm gonna have him dump the truck and I'm gonna watch it. I'm pretty positive we can get half a truck in here, no problem. I don't know if we get a whole, we could definitely get a half. But the truck Jim's in doesn't have auto doors, so I need him to help me top these bins off. And then he's gonna head home. So we get that and we'll be in good shape. I don't know how much more we're gonna do. It's almost about an hour before dark. I kind of have a feeling that once Dad finishes the field he's in, he's gonna call her quits. That'll be 95 acres for the day. Leave us with that one field left. I would like to get the ends off of it this night though, if possible. Rather have a bunch of empty trucks. That way we can finish topping stuff off in the morning. Or a bunch of full trucks. Whew, getting my stair workout today. Good news. We can probably hold 2 semis here. Good news, we're full, or we're empty. Got enough room for 2, possibly 3 more trucks over here. Now we're not gonna hold that whole 50-acre field, but we will hold everything from tonight, so that's at least a start. So the truck that I just brought back turns out has 18.5, 19% corn. So we have to dry that corn. The only problem is our wet bin could not hold another 20 bushel. So we're gonna have to transfer corn out of the wet bin or fire up the dryer to make room in the wet bin for this wet corn. It's not gonna get dried until we haul corn out of that wet bin. But that's where we're at. This truck is empty. We're gonna take it down to the field. I think they're gonna load this truck in the cart, and that's gonna be it till morning when we can get a better game plan worked up. I did not think at the, once we started in the corn, that we would have to worry about topping bins off this year, and that I'd have to climb 45 times in one day. But here we are. It's a good problem to have. I'd rather have the bins full than empty. You may be thinking, even with a drought, you filled the bins? Easy there, Tonto. We've got 2 empty bins at the old place that usually have corn in them, so really just trying to not have to put corn in there if we don't have to, but if we do, we will. Apparently this is the last load of the night, so this is it. Well, folks, that is it for tonight. Be sure to tune in tomorrow to see just where we stuff all this corn at. We've got to figure out what we're going to do there. We got roughly 8,000 to 10,000 bushels of corn to go. So thanks for watching. If you would do us a favor, give that video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Silly as that sounds, that really does help us with the whole YouTube stuff. So if you want to support the channel, that's the easiest, cheapest way possible to do it. So appreciate that, and we'll see you guys in the next one.